was preparing for this interview, Zohra, I came across the motto that you had put up on your LinkedIn. Let me read out. Dream, don't dream about success, work for it. Because dreams don't work unless you do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I stand
And
by
and it caught my attention because especially you're in a very versatile field, media, that keeps changing, that keeps innovating itself on a daily basis. So how this motto has helped you from graduating from a media school and venturing into the field of media?
So as I said, media itself for me was something that happened all of a sudden. I started off as soon as I graduated from school. I wanted to get into fashion. I'm a little obsessed with fashion, as you can see, but for some reason things didn't work out the way they should have, and I had to pick an alternative field. So I said, let's go for media and communications. It's a very interesting field. Many options, career-wise. You can choose what you want to, which side you want to be on. And I said, let's give it a shot. For me, in all honesty, if I have to sum up my life, I will say my whole life is a big let's give it a shot. I have been giving a shot to everything coming my way. So I said, let's give this a shot. I took up a TV production. My professors back then, Mr. Joseph, Mr. Saber, Mr. Sambram, all of them, they kept telling me that I was meant to do this. And for some reason, I didn't have that confidence. Like, no, I don't really think so. But then they put me on that chair where you are today. And they said, go for it. Let's see how well you do. And I did it. And I felt goosebumps. I felt the chills down my spine and I said, wow, this is fun. And I said, I want to explore this more. So when I graduated from Mahima Nepal, I I didn't know what I wanted to do. As I said, I went straight into advertising, which is not something that I had planned at all. But you need something to get into the industry. And I don't really think at that age and at that point of life, you can be picky about these things. So when something comes your way and it is good for you, it's something that you're going to learn something out of, you say yes to it. You don't say no to an opportunity. Yeah. So I said yes to it. I got sucked into it for a good 6 years. A good 6 years. Then I felt this is becoming a little too monotonous for someone with a personality like mine. I have so many colors, and quite literally, like you'll never see me dressed only in black or in white. I'm black one day, I'm orange the other day, I'm neon the other day. So I'm full of all of that. So I felt like I needed to do a little more. I quit the job. I even though I knew that in a place like UAE, you're in the Middle East, nothing is ever so certain. Okay. But you have to take chances sometimes. And if you don't take a chance, you'll never know. And I can't really deal with a what if all my life. I'm not a person to deal with what ifs. So I do it anyway. I quit my job. I got picked on by a TV crew, and they asked me to do a small segment for ZTV. And that was a big break for me because TV was something that I had started doing over here and I had enjoyed. So I said, sure, let's give it a shot. I gave TV a shot. I enjoyed that for a brief moment. I switched from channel to channel. I did a stint on B for You as well. It was a good show for me. Once I was done with that, I did that for a year or so. And then I felt I need more stability in my life. And TV was not bringing me the stability that I needed. So I got in touch with a few friends who were in the radio industry, and they said, you know what, you were good with TV, so what about radio? And I said, let's give it a shot, because why not? And it was to my luck that they were hosting an RJ hunt of some sort back then. And I said, sure, I don't mind. I gave it a shot, and I got through. This was not something that I expected because there were so many talented people who had participated, so many people that I felt deserved to win as well. Not that I was bad, I was amazing. Yeah, always. but I got through, and it was a proud moment for me. I said this at least gives me something more to explore, something more to discover, a side of mine that I didn't know I had. Because when an opportunity comes your way, you can't really say no because you've not done it in the past. What if you can do it in the future, right? It's an opportunity for you to discover yourself and find out what else you're capable of doing. So don't be stuck up with what you've been doing or what you thought you could do. Open up your brain, your heart, your mind, your soul to things that you can do. And that's what I did with radio. I had a feeling like this is not something I've done, but I convinced myself to take it up. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job with it. So when you say my whole tagline on that LinkedIn profile that you saw, it is true because why would any dream work for you? Yeah. It is a saying, God only helps those who help themselves. So you're not going to magically land up with an opportunity if you don't ask for it, or don't even try for it. You try for it, you get it, but you have to work for it. But I think the most important thing that I stand by is when people tell me competition or being competitive is not good. I think being competitive is good, but there's a big difference. So for me, competition is not something that is a horizontal scale. Like I'm sitting next to this person and saying, I want to be better than this person, like, oh, he can do this, I can do better than you. For me, competition is a vertical scale. If I was this good last year, if I'm this good this year, and if I can be this good the next year, I think I've succeeded already. Yeah. I'm successful already because I've been a better version of myself year after year. So I think that in itself for me is a huge success. I don't have to be better than this person. I just have to be better than the older me. So that is what I go by till date. That is what I used to believe in back in 2014 when I was here, never comparing myself to other people, never comparing myself to fellow students, but comparing myself to just myself. Did I do better than last year? I scored a 39 last year. I scored 45 this year. Bravo. So I used to boost myself up. And I think that is something I would like to tell every other student who's watching, listening. This is what you should go by. Look at yourself. If you think you're better than who you were yesterday, you have won at life. So be proud of that.